more views now that I've like officially given my my license, my driver's license.
Oh, with America's Talk Show?
Yeah.
I get, like I said, dude, I did the video one. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why did they require, but maybe because of different login. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe YouTube figured that out. We're not going to approve people by username. We're going to approve them by actual geolocation or IP address. So yours being unique from my, they have to be tracking it somehow. And that would make sense because they're saying this person's posting links from different areas, whatever. Whatever. I just got to say this. So, pardon my French, but fuck Gandhi and fuck MLK, and to a lesser degree, Malcolm X. I guess he was less psyop, so maybe he gets a slight pass, but kind of not really because of the whole Nation of Islam thing. But yeah, these are fake left idols, fraud left, phantom left. I've called it the phantom left. We could call it the retarded regressive reactionary left, fake left, fraud left, not classical, not progressive, not liberal. We could call it illiberal. Um, we want to be liberal with our time, right, Raleigh? When we're hosting, right, that's where we have a liberal mentality, right? In terms of we want to be humble. I mean, what did I learn Friday? You're right. If I'm shaking my head as a host, then I'm basically condemning. I mean, we should assume every new person is like full of hate for Trump, right? Just like full.
Mark never said
Say that again, Raleigh.
Mark never shakes his head.
Clearly, Mark has been in this game way longer than us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's where I have to say, okay, Mark Halpern, you get a point there. You know, I mean, right? Why not? I mean, when in Rome. So that's good. That's good for me. That's good to learn. But dude, these fake fraud left, and I was making a slight wager with Chris, but 1879, basically, okay, the Sterling engine piece that I'm rebroadcasting, 1812, War of 1812 too, as well. That's when Robert Sterling came up with it, the invention. So because steam burns, Raleigh. Do you get it? Steam burns.
Wait a minute. This guy doesn't even give his real name.
Who's that?
Aaron De La Reese.
What do you mean? Of
Oh,
course, real name. On what? Sorry,
oh,
what? On where?
oh, he does give his real name. Okay.
Yeah, we're live, remember.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
I'm glad you took us live. So
Yes, the blame is all on me. All right, what were you saying? Sorry, I was reading your signal chats.
all good. So Sterling engine, Robert Sterling, that was 1812, right? I mean, I watched not the documentary, but the presentation. I'm like taking a closer look because I'm pissed off. The fucking conversation's so retarded. The official narrative that Mark is still beholden to is so effing stupid. And watching the Sterling engine presentation, taking it back to 1812, further reinforces my argument to Chris that the true advanced era of America was just up to World War One. So anything post World War One, celebrities, Hollywood, Fort Knox, so-called progressive era. I mean, whatever you want to say, like with the exception of, I think we talked about Calvin Coolidge, right? It's been all bullshit for the most part, like 99%. Like, okay, Epstein wasn't Mossad, Raleigh. Epstein was a private contractor who had them on his payroll. Like, he was making money off of Mossad and CIA. I mean, that's who these people are. You set up cameras. Like, again,
Did
independent.
you see where the witness got suicided?
Oh, yeah. What's her name? You know,
Virginia Goofrey or Goofoy or
yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Okay, what do you think about the Tate brothers? Because I got something on Uncle Lenny. I got a hot take on Uncle Lenny. Tate,
Oh, Andrew Tate.
yes.
Uh, I mean, they talk a lot of shit.
So do you know any of the background?
Like where they've been busted for,
Okay, so the cam girl ring they were running,
yeah,
but then after that, why they got sort of famous, not for the cam girl ring, but separately, going after.
no,
Okay, so they basically went after pedos, like live, what's it called, live cast, live stream themselves, like confronting a pedo in a store and starting to beat the shit out of the guy. And the guy like going like, "What the fuck?" Like, I mean, so that's kind of a vigilante justice. Do you understand? Like, I'm just trying to give you the full context of the Tate brothers. So
yeah, I understand. I'm following.
right on one hand, they were running cam girl rings. On the other hand, they were enacting justice against pedos. You have to assume they knew they were going after people legitimately or credibly, but I mean, they filmed themselves doing it. Like, okay, they go up to the guy in the store. You could probably find it. And then Andrew goes, or his brother, one of them, that goes, "Are you such and such?" And then they start going, "And you've been doing this with kids." And then the guy starts freaking out. And then they start shoving the guy. The guy starts running, and then they start fucking. I think they punch the guy in the face. It's something crazy. So, anyways, those are the Tate brothers. Okay, but you agree that the cam girl ring, everything they did was not physical. There was no physical force involved.
I mean, you know what? I haven't really followed it. It kind of happened before my entrance into YouTube. It all went down.
Okay, well let's go back to the Epstein's. Uncle Lenny, Lionel Nation repeats this over and over again. He says everything Epstein did was non-physical. There was no physical coercion or abuse at all. Do you agree with that statement?
With Epstein?
Right. And Ghislaine Maxwell, that none of the girls, no matter how old or young, were at any point physically coerced. No one was put a gun to their head. Nothing like that.
No, but they were minors, so that doesn't matter.
Well, that's a separate topic of discussion. I mean, that's a sub branch. But in terms of the similarities between the not Epstein's, between Epstein and the Tate brothers, right? Like, put age of consent or whatever aside for a second. Not in no and Okay, let's jump tracks. Harvey Weinstein. Did you see what's her name? Candace Owens and Tim Dillon talk about Harvey. Okay, Harvey Weinstein, does it ring a bell? The Hollywood guy.
Yeah,
Dan.
of course.
Yeah. Okay. So guilty or not guilty? Harvey Weinstein
Guilty,
of what is he guilty?
rape.
Rape? Is that what you said? The R word?
I did.
Okay, so completely false. Okay, never, unless you believe that you could rape a girl, Raleigh, and then spend the next 4 years with her, and then she would continue to contact you, have you buy her tickets to Europe, then come back, hang out with you, have dinner with you over 4 years after you raped her. Do you believe any girl would do that?
Okay, well, obviously that's bullshit. Yeah, okay, all right. You know what? The Harvey Weinstein thing was it was hard to really get too passionate about that.
Well, yeah, because it didn't happen. The rape never happened. So I mean, you just have these bold-faced lies. But okay, so that's Harvey Weinstein, right? Again, no physical coercion. So whether it's Harvey Weinstein or Epstein or the Tate brothers, we are talking about people being emotionally manipulated. Would you agree to that? That they were manipulated psychologically and not physically?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that is what, if we could have, hopefully Uncle Lenny will join us one day and get out of his fucking bubble, because he's in a fucking bubble, Uncle Lenny. That's why you can't pick up on the super chats. Sorry. Sorry to be so.
He's an old man. I mean,
Well, all he needs to do is interact with some young bucks like us for 5 minutes, snap him the fuck out of his like stupor or whatever. And okay, tell me if, so then if I have a point here, Raleigh, like tell me if I have a point. Uncle Lenny, okay, Lionel will say, "Oh my God, Tucker Carlson's interviewing the Tate brothers, and the Tate brothers are getting all sorts of praise, right? And the Tate brothers are really disgusting, vigilante justice, irresponsible people, and they ran candle rings, and they're despicable. Like they're just basically like male whores." That's what I would say. I'm characterizing Lionel's take on the Tate brothers. Okay. Now regarding Epstein, Lionel goes, "Well, there were no victims." Like there were no physical victims. Now you're saying some of the people were underage. Put aside the underage, okay? My
okay.
is why is one worse than the other? Epstein versus Tate brothers, aren't they really part and parcel the same ball of wax ultimately? Whether it's a cam girl ring or like whether you're running prostitutes and you're a pimp or you're running a cam girl ring, okay? Or you're worshiping idols, dude. Like, you know, the whole thing of the Old Testament, Raleigh, is as much as the Ten Commandments say, do not put any idols before me, don't worship idols, it's part of human nature to fall into idol worship.
Yeah, that's why we have Hollywood
Well, okay.
or Bollywood. Bollywood, Bollywood, Bollywood.
Bollywood. So, um, anyways, that's my thing. I don't know why the Tate brothers or the Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, like why they're ultimately any different. Like they're either both benign or they're both evil. I don't see them, you know, because there's a split. Do you do okay? Let me. I don't know. I know maybe I'm getting you all looped up here, but like the Tate brothers have a big following. Like in other words, Tate brothers were interviewed by Tucker Carlson. Andrew Tate was right.
Uh, yeah, I didn't watch it. I think I watched part of the PPD one, and that was it.
PVD. Okay, right. But Paul. But Pat. Okay, so PVD wouldn't like Tucker Carlson wouldn't interview Epstein, right? I mean, I don't think he would like he wouldn't be interviewing him in a positive light, right?
Probably not.
You know, so I mean, isn't that? I guess that's where I would give Lionel a point there. I mean, but then I'm confused with him. Like, what I don't understand is okay, if Lionel doesn't like the Tate brothers, why doesn't he also condemn Epstein the same way? Vice versa, if he says, "Oh, Epstein was just psychologically manipulating his victims," then why doesn't he view the Tate brothers also that way? Like, why is there a different way of viewing them?
Uh, well, I mean that's the hypocrisy I guess everybody is bringing up.
I think I'm the only one bringing it up because people are either in the camp that like they're both. Well, what are the camps? What are the camps? Who is pro Andrew Tate? Tucker Carlson's pro Andrew Tate. Um, I don't think I think Candace is in the opposing camp. Oh, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll leave that on the table. That's to be concluded.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I think that they should be treated equally. I think it's a little weird I don't agree that the alt right should be taking up Andrew Tate's cause.
The alt right.
The alt right,
How do you
uh,
how do you view the alt right being Jewish? Then how do you square that?
uh,
Or do you
I
say
mean,
that like the alt right isn't anti-Jewish, or is there that contingent? I don't know if we broached this.
there's some anti-Jewish elements to it, or I mean, just like when Chris says there's racist elements, I think there is some alt-right that's racist.
You mean anti-Jewish or both?
Well, both. I mean, I think that there's elements of that in within the cause.
Do you realize it's because they don't know Jesus? Do you remember what I told you? Joe Atwell, Caesar's Messiah, the claim. So they believe that Jesus was created by one of the Caesars in 30 AD, like a fictional Messiah. I mean,
Yeah,
do you see how this could cause issues if alt right? Because what you're referring to is what we people like Chris would say are the white or Dan Olivo, right? Far right, white nationalists, right? That's what we're talking about, right?
yeah.
White, white. Okay, so you have white Christian, maybe some of them are more European pagan, whatever, like Red Ice. You know, like Red Ice. Is it Red Ice? You know what I'm talking about? Lana and what's her name? The husband.
I'm looking them up now. I've never heard of them. Red ice. Ew, gross. It looks like blood on a glacier.
Am I getting it wrong? Red Ice Radio. Let me double check.
This is what came up.
Okay, yeah, you show me. This will be fun, more fun. No, no, I mean go to the website. It should be Red Ice Radio, not just Red Ice. Come on, man. Red Ice
Red
Radio.
ice radio.
Dude, am I blanking? Like the other day I was blanking on what's his name, the gay couple with the kids. Yeah. Okay, do you know he did an interview before the Charlottesville thing, and one of the guests is like, "Hey, by the way, the permits for the two groups are putting them faced each other enclosed." Like the guest literally called that the Charlottesville thing was going to turn into a incited protest on that guy's show, and I was like, and anyways, so those guys, dude, they talk about the Jewish question, all the shit, all the time. So I mean, Adam Green, No More News, calling you out, dude. Jeremy Roth Cushell, Antidote Greg, you guys are welcome to join us anytime. Talk about this theory of Jesus ben Phoebus, or talk about your theory that you think Jesus is a myth of Rome, created to like, I'm gonna wag Jesus in front of Raleigh and he's gonna fucking jump up like a rabid dog. That's their thinking, essentially, dude, right? And this is how Jews have been manipulating and been manipulated. So the Jews are the puppet of Rome. And oh, hold on, it might be my mom. The light just turned on in the hallway. And his heart fluttered. Yes, I'm here, mommy. My mom said, she's like, "Are you here?" "Yeah, I'm here." And then she was like, "Oh, okay," because for a while we haven't heard any sound. So
Have you been sleeping?
no, it's all the short term memory. She doesn't fucking know how. Sorry, we're live, but
How old are your parents?
that could be one of our t shirts, dude. Oh, sorry, we're live, but
How old are your parents? I know I asked you before, but I
yeah,
forgot.
like 80, 84, dude.
My mom asked me.
80, 87. Oh, how old my parents were?
Yeah,
Oh,
and I was like, I think they're in their 80s, but I forgot.
that's correct. Yours are in their
70s.
70s. Yeah. So Remember the fig, dude. Don't idolize the fig. The fig is not an idol. Faith in God is not an idol. Fig, faith in FIG, faith in God.
Talk a lot about idols, man.
Dude, because I was rereading Hosea Old Testament and how God was cursing Israel. You know how Netanyahu has approved rainbow marches. You know that, right? Through all the holy sites, they did the rainbow marches.
No,
I mean, would you say that's idolatrous or blasphemous to have rainbow flag people marching in holy sites? I mean, to be associating sexual deviance and all that stuff with holy sites. I mean, do what you LGBTQ. We have no problem with LGBTQ, right? We've talked about that. We have no issue with LGBTQ. Do whatever you want when you want. I mean, in your own privacy, right? But to be having marches, no, 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 no. That's a T thing. It's the T's that are leading all that, right? It's the T's that are the fucking the cancer, you know? And so about the idols, Raleigh, yeah. I guess why was I talking about the idols? Okay. Because here's what I got for Chris, right? He says the majority of blacks are Dems, correct? I mean, not that he says it, but that's the truth, right? The majority of African Americans vote Democrat.
that's what I've always heard.
And so therefore he has like the majority on his side, right? Like the majority view. Okay. But I think that's as silly as you've seen now that I'm against idol worship, right? And I'm trying to end it. Not, but the majority of Hindus, what do? They worship idols. Idols. They worship idols. Okay. I mean, literally, statues, they pour milk on statues and all these things, right? Expecting the statue to do something for them. Okay. Or the ritual to do something for them. So what? You know what I mean? Like, so if someone tells me, oh, well, but the majority of Hindus do this, so this is what Hindus believe. Fuck that. That's not what I believe, right? Same thing with Cheryl. Cheryl doesn't believe it. So just because the majority of blacks believe something, they don't speak for Cheryl, right? You agree with that?
Yes.
That's what it's about, dude. That's the recursive algorithm, man. I mean, you know, I can expand, or you could take us off live if you want. It's just